Hey people of YouTube, today we're covering the complete installation of the 52-inch Nevali Smart Ceiling Fan by Hampton Bay. If you found this video, you might be stuck in your own installation and you're looking for some help. We're here to do just that. We've already unpacked the fan. We're going to install this thing step by step all the way to turning it on and everything in between. But if you want to, you can use the links down below to fast forward to any point in the installation, and that way you don't have to watch the whole video. If after watching you found it helpful, please click like and subscribe down below, and that'll help other people find it as well. So before we get started, let's just talk about the Nevali ceiling fan for a second. This is a smart fan and it offers a variety of control options. If it's not connected to your home's Wi-Fi network, you can use the included remote control just like a standard remote control. You can download the free Hubspace app and sync the fan with your home's 2.4 gigahertz network, and that'll allow for app control on your smart device like a phone or a tablet. And then once it's set up with the Hubspace app, you can integrate it with Google or Alexa devices, and that'll allow you to control the fan and light with your voice. This is an indoor dual mount fan, meaning that it can be hung from a standard flat ceiling with the included downrod, or it can be hung from a higher angled ceiling with an extension downrod sold separately. The fan does have some great quick fit installation features, like a slide-on mounting bracket, a twist and lock light shade, and the remote receiver has a quick connect wire harness plug to make connecting to the fan quick and simple, and these features are going to make the installation go a bit easier. The fan also features a 6-way color changing LED light kit that allows you to choose your color temperature ranging from 2700K warm white all the way up to 6500K daylight deluxe, so matching your home's current lighting scheme won't be an issue. Now before we get started, just a couple of notes. You want to make sure that the electricity is turned off at the breaker box and at the wall switch. If you don't feel comfortable working around electricity, please consult with a licensed electrician. Another note is if you're hanging this fan where there is just a light fixture on the ceiling, you need to make sure that the outlet box is clearly marked acceptable for fan support. If not, you'll need to swap that out before beginning. And the last important note is included with the remote and receiver, you'll have this quick start card. This has the QR code that you'll need to set up the Hubspace app. If you don't have this card, that QR code will also be on a sticker on the receiver and in the battery compartment of the remote control. So as you can see here, we've already unpacked the fan and we've opened up the manual to the parts page. We're just going to go over all the parts before beginning, and that way we don't get stuck along the way. So first up, you'll have the slide-on mounting bracket that comes pre-installed inside the canopy with a decorative ring on the bottom, and we'll show you in the first step how to remove that to get started. You'll have 5 reversible blades. Just pick the finish that works for you. You'll have the ball and downrod assembly, the motor collar cover, the shatter-resistant twist and lock plastic shade, the light kit pan, the LED module, the fan motor. You'll have a hardware pack with the hanger and locking pin, the plastic wire nuts, and the blade attachment screws. If installing this with an extension downrod, you'll have a bit of extension wiring. And you also have the remote and receiver. Now just a note about the receiver, it does have this quick connect wire harness plug to make connecting to the fan simple and easy. And the remote does include a wall cradle for convenient storage when it's not in use. And this wall cradle allows you to install it directly over a switch while still giving you access to that switch. So you won't have to take up any extra room on your wall. And the batteries are also included for your convenience. So we have all the parts here. Just some tools we're going to need for this easy project. You'll need a Phillips head screwdriver. We like to have a long one and a short one on hand. You may need some wire cutters and strippers. We like to have a line voltage tester just to make sure the wires aren't live before beginning. You'll need a flathead screwdriver, some electrical tape, and of course a ladder. So we have everything here. We're ready to begin. Let's do this. The mounting bracket comes pre-installed inside the canopy with the decorative ring attached. To remove the mounting bracket, first pull off the decorative ring. It's magnetic, so it just pulls off. You'll notice an alignment post at the base of the canopy. You'll need to loosen but not remove the 2 screws in the base of the canopy, enough so that that alignment post can exit that hole. Once those 2 screws are loosened, you'll simply lift and twist the mounting bracket to remove it from the canopy.
and features a slide-on mounting bracket to make installation easy. The mounting bracket has two slots that will align with the two screws in the outlet box. To install the mounting bracket, just align the slots of the mounting bracket with the two screws in the outlet box and slide the mounting bracket into place. To install the mounting bracket, first loosen but do not remove the two screws in the outlet box. Next, feed the house supply lines through the mounting bracket and align the slots of the mounting bracket with the screws that were loosened in the outlet box. Then slide the mounting bracket into place. Then, use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten both of the outlet box screws and secure the mounting bracket. Make sure that both screws are completely tightened.
Before routing the wires and attaching the downrod, you'll need to use a flathead screwdriver to loosen but not remove the set screw on the motor collar. Next, gently pull the green ground cable from inside the ball and downrod assembly. Place the downrod through the canopy so that the largest opening is facing towards the ball. Next, place the decorative ring onto the downrod, making sure that the black side with the notches is facing towards the canopy. The last piece is the decorative motor collar cover. Place that onto the downrod so that the largest opening is facing towards the threaded end of the downrod. Then route the wires through the downrod so that the end exits through the ball side and gently pull the wires through until the downrod meets the motor collar. Note the holes in the end of the downrod and the holes in the motor collar. When attaching the downrod, you'll screw the downrod into the motor collar until the holes on the end of the downrod align with the holes in the motor collar. Once those holes are aligned, use the hanger pin from the hardware pack and insert that pin through the holes on the motor collar until it exits the opposite side. Secure the hanger pin by inserting the locking pin through the end of the hanger pin. Once that pin is set, use a flathead screwdriver to completely tighten the set screw on the motor collar. Once the set screw is tightened, slide the motor collar cover and the canopy down the downrod until it meets the motor housing. Now the fan is ready to be hung. Begin by removing the cardboard motor stops from the motor housing. Simply pull them out and discard. These are just to prevent movement during shipping. Before using the remote, you'll need to insert the batteries that were included. Slide the battery compartment cover off the back of the remote and then insert the batteries according to the diagram inside the battery compartment. Once the batteries are inserted, replace the battery cover by sliding it onto the back of the remote.
Before hanging the fan, it's important to note the slot in the ball that will engage the tab in the mounting bracket. When hanging, you'll insert the ball into the mounting bracket and then rotate the fan assembly until you feel the slot engage the tab. This is just a close-up demonstration. To hang the fan, lift the assembly up to the ceiling, noting the location of the tab and the slot. Slide the ball into the mounting bracket and then rotate the assembly until you feel that slot engage the tab in the mounting bracket. The fan will drop slightly when properly seated. When installing the receiver, make sure the flat side of the receiver is facing towards the ceiling. You'll notice that one side of the receiver has the quick connect plug that will connect to the fan wiring. The other side of the receiver has two wires to connect to the house wiring. Insert the receiver into the mounting bracket with the antenna side first, so that the receiver rests on the ball and downrod assembly. Begin wiring the fan by taking the plug from the fan wires and inserting that into the plug from the receiver. The connectors will simply snap together. Next, take the green wire from the ball and downrod assembly and twist that wire together with the green wire from the mounting bracket. Next, connect the green wires to the bare copper house wire. This is the ground connection. Finish the connection using a plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Next, take the white wire from the receiver and twist that wire together with the white wire from the house supply lines. These are the neutral connections. Twist those two wires together and finish the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Finish the wiring by taking the black wire from the receiver and connecting that wire to the black wire from the house supply lines. This is the power connection. Twist those two wires together and secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Once all the wire connections have been made, gently tuck the wires around the mounting bracket and into the outlet box to make room for the canopy to attach. The canopy attaches to the mounting bracket using two keyhole slots on either side of the canopy that will align with the two screws at the base of the mounting bracket. Align those holes with the screws in the mounting bracket and push the canopy up so the screws come through the keyhole slots, and then twist to hold the canopy in place. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to tighten those screws and secure the canopy. You can tilt the fan to make extra room for the screwdriver to access the screws. Make sure both screws are completely tight. The decorative ring is magnetic. You just need to align the slots of the decorative ring with the two screws at the base of the canopy, and then slide the decorative ring up, and it will attach itself to the bottom of the canopy. The blades for the fan are reversible, so just choose the finish that you like and make sure that finish is facing towards the floor. The blades attach to the fan using the 3 screw holes in the end of the blade that will align with the 3 screw holes in the motor. Insert the end of the blade through the slot on the side of the motor so that the holes align, and use the blade attachment screws from the hardware pack to secure the blade to the fan. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, insert the first screw into the end of the blade, but do not tighten all the way. You'll need a little bit of play to align the 2 remaining screw holes. Start the 2 remaining screws into the 2 holes in the fan blade. Once the 3rd screw is inserted, you can completely tighten the 3rd screw, and then go back and completely tighten the 2 remaining screws. You'll repeat this process for the 4 remaining blades. Make sure all of the blade attachment screws are completely tightened before proceeding. The light kit pan attaches to the fan using 2 keyhole slots and 1 standard screw hole. These will align with the 3 screws on the black bracket at the base of the motor. Begin by removing and saving one of the 3 screws using a Phillips head screwdriver. Then loosen, but do not remove, the 2 remaining screws in the black bracket. Feed the wires from the fan through the center hole and align the keyhole slots of the light kit pan with those screws in the black bracket, and then push up and twist to hold the light kit pan in place. Then use the screw that was removed and saved and a Phillips head screwdriver and insert the screw into the standard screw hole of the light kit pan. Completely tighten that screw and then tighten the 2 remaining screws in the keyhole slots. Make sure all 3 screws are completely tight. The LED light kit attaches to the fan in the same way, using 2 keyhole slots and 1 standard screw hole. These will align with the 3 screws in the light kit pan. Begin by first removing and saving 1 screw, and then loosening, but not removing, the 2 remaining screws in the light kit pan. Next, connect the LED module to the fan by inserting the plugs from the LED module into the wires from the fan. Connect the white wire from the LED module to the white wire from the fan, and the black wire from the LED module to the blue wire from the fan. The plugs will snap together when properly inserted. Once the wire connections are made, tuck the wires up into the light kit pan and align the keyhole slots of the light kit with the 2 screws that were loosened in the light kit pan. Press up and twist to engage those 2 screws. Then use the screw that was removed and saved and insert that into the standard screw hole of the light kit and completely tighten using a Phillips head screwdriver. Once that screw is completely tighten the 2 remaining screws in the light kit pan. The light shade uses a twist lock system to connect to the fan. There are 3 flat sides on the light shade that will align with the 3 nubs inside the light kit pan. Align the flat sides of the light shade with the 3 nubs in the light kit pan, then press the light shade up and twist clockwise until tight.
To install the wall cradle over a Decora style switch, start by removing the screws from the existing faceplate of the switch. Next, place the wall cradle over the switch and align the screw holes of the wall cradle with the screw holes in the faceplate. Use the flat-ended Phillips screws to secure the wall cradle to the faceplate of the switch. Once the wall cradle is installed, you will still be able to access the switch. Slide the remote into the wall cradle for convenient storage when the remote is not in use. To install the wall cradle over a standard toggle switch, begin by removing the screws from the existing faceplate. Next, place the toggle spacer of the wall cradle over the switch and align the screws of the wall cradle with the holes in the faceplate. Use the flat-ended Phillips screws to secure the wall cradle spacer to the faceplate. Next, place the wall cradle onto the toggle spacer and secure using 2 tapered screws. Once the wall cradle is installed, you will still be able to access the switch. Slide the remote into the wall cradle for convenient storage when the remote is not in use. The fan is controlled by a feature-rich remote control. Press the power button to turn the fan and light on or off. Press the light power button to turn just the light on or off. Press the increase brightness button to increase the light's brightness. Press the decrease brightness button to dim the light. Press the color temperature button to cycle through the light's 6 different color temperature options. Press one of the timer buttons to select either the 2, 4, or 8-hour timer. Press the fan power button to turn just the fan on or off. Press the speed increase button to increase the fan's speed. Press the speed decrease button to decrease the fan's speed. Press the comfort breeze button to randomly alternate the fan's speed, which creates an organic breeze effect. Press the button again to exit the comfort breeze mode. You can also press any of the fan speed buttons to exit comfort breeze mode. The speed indicator LED lights will illuminate to show the fan's speed. The lights will all illuminate when the other buttons are pushed to confirm the signal is being sent. Download the free Hubspace app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and follow the instructions in the app to register an account. Place the Hubspace card with the QR code that came with the remote on a flat surface. This will bring up the option to add a device. Tap the Next button and then enter your home network's credentials to connect your fan to your Wi-Fi network. You'll receive the message in the app once the fan is connected. Select your fan from the app's home screen to bring up the control module. From here, you can adjust the fan speed, the light color temperature, and the light brightness settings. Using the buttons at the bottom of the screen, you can set a schedule, a timer, or change the settings of your fan, such as your fan name and location. Press the orange Hubspace button at the bottom of the screen to easily integrate your fan with the voice assistant of your choosing. Then simply follow the on-screen prompts to complete the setup. Once setup is complete, use the voice commands listed in your manual to control the fan. The remote has been paired with the fan at the factory. If you need to pair the remote, start with the power off at the breaker box or wall switch, then turn power back on, and within 30 seconds, press and release the Learn button in the battery compartment of the remote. Once the remote is paired, the blades will begin to spin. To use a second remote with the fan, repeat this process, but press and hold the Learn button on the second remote for 10 seconds. This fan features a 3-speed reversible motor. The direction is controlled via a manual switch located under the motor collar cover on the top of the fan. To change the direction of the fan, slide the motor collar cover up to access the switch. The factory default is switch down to create a downward airflow during the warmer months. Switch up creates an upward airflow to pull warm air from the ceiling during the cooler months. Make sure the fan is off before changing the switch position. Congratulations! The ceiling fan installation is now complete. Time to sit back, relax with a nice tall beverage, and enjoy your new ceiling fan. As always, thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please click like and subscribe down below, and that'll help other people find it as well. And as we always say around here, keep it breezy.